realized, we don't believe in resolutions here. I had to sort of remind myself of that and why we don't, and that basically everybody knows the statistics. There's the what do they call it? Break your resolution day.
Yeah, I think January 17th I heard recently is
Wow, that's
national,
early.
I assume.
That's
Break your
coming up.
resolution day. I know. Set your watches.
Right. So it's common knowledge that they don't work, and it's very common knowledge for me. I've been here 8 years doing this transformational growth work we do, and still I'm inclined to want to make a resolution, make it a black and white, I'm never doing this again kind of thing. Even though the core of our methodology is something very different. And so without going into what the 6-step process is or whatever it is, we can spend full weekends on that, we know. We thought it would be great to just deal with it in terms of what actually is coming up for people in dating at the beginning of the year. That the impulse to make a resolution is really based on real pain, or like really the experience of last year and something that didn't go well, something I'd like to be able to say I'm never going to have again or do again, but it's not likely that that's going to be the case. So how do we plan and vision differently is the spirit of the show that we wanted to set up for today. So we're delighted to have a few callers and to hear what they're saying.
When I've been really afraid to let somebody know, like, okay, I'm not interested in dating you. Usually it's like, I think it's going to be this big deal. Like, I have this belief that it's going to, really hurt them, or, that they'll be really hurt by it, and that I would be really hurt by it the other way. But in reality, it's just sort of like, all right, thanks for being honest with me. 3/4 of the time I've gotten a thank you for being honest with me. And in those situations, in about half of them, I've said, let's stay in touch as friends. And about half of those said yes. So people are interested, not everybody, but yeah.
I found myself going into a date that I hadn't been excited for, but I was suddenly nervous for. And just as I was literally walking into the restaurant, just thinking like, this is a meet and greet. I'm getting to know somebody. I'm getting to know another human being. And it just it calmed me down a lot. I think I was able to be much more engaged with the person instead of worrying back and forth, I'm attracted to him, I'm not attracted to him. It didn't really matter at that point.
I know that one.
Okay, so I'm just gonna get into this cool conversation, and it helped a lot. We haven't gone on a second date, and I don't intend to, but it was a great experience.